Not all marriages end in happily ever after, and while some folks see a breakup of a relationship as a failure, author Lyz Lenz is on a mission to help women reframe their approach to that next chapter.
She writes about her divorce and what she learned from it in her new book, This American Ex-Wife, How I Ended My Marriage and Started My Life. And our friend Maria Shriver is back to join the conversation.
Always. I like the reframing point of view, because I think when people see divorce, they go, oh, you feel a little bit like a failure, but you are reframing the whole conversation.
Yeah, I really wanted to write a book that that helped women be proud of their decisions to save their own lives, save their own careers, and really advocate for their own happiness. You know, I remember a couple days after my divorce, I was like building furniture at 2 a.m. in my rented house, and I was like, I don't feel sad. I feel so happy, and I wanted to reclaim that narrative and let women say, like, this is a choice I made, and I'm happy with it.
I mean, one of the statistics that you mention is that women are the ones that are 70% are women that are initiating divorces in this country. I don't think the old statistics, I don't think that's how we think of it, you know?
No, we tend to think of divorce as like an older man, like leaving his, you know, wife for a younger woman. And it's really women are breaking, and they're breaking, when you look at the statistics, they're breaking because of household chores, inequality, because they're being held back in their careers, because men add 7 hours of domestic labor a week to a woman's life, and a woman takes away like 3 hours from his life, and that's adding hours that like he's not doing. You know, so like these little inequalities add up, and I think especially since pandemic, women are just breaking, and they want another way out and another way to live.
I like the title of this book because it's so jarring in a way, that how I left and I started my life as opposed to I started my life by getting married. That's the idea. Like, you get married and start a whole new life. And for so many people, let's just say for millions of people, happily married and do that. But the idea of starting a brand new life and it be a great beginning isn't part of the divorce narrative.
No, it really isn't. We tend to see like divorce as an ending, but for me it was a beginning. I was suddenly able to like have a career because I was because with divorce I got 50-50 custody, which turned out that's how I got equality in my marriage. And then all of a sudden I had time. I had time to write. I've written 2 other books. I've written for lots of other places, and I was able to do all of that because of the equality that I got through divorce.
I think when some people go through divorce, one of the first things they think about is the kids. Like, oh gosh, the impact on my kids. You had little kids. How much did that factor in, and what did you learn after the divorce?
Yeah, so I grew up really religious, really conservative, and I believed that, like, you know, the family was this sacrosanct institution, and that marriage was, you know, the goal of my life. You graduate from college, you get married, you have children, a girl, a boy, you live in Iowa. I did all of those things, right?
You lived in Iowa.
I live in Iowa. I was like, I'm the perfect American woman. And then I was so unhappy with that narrative. And when I finally broke free, I was so afraid, right, of what it would do to my children, but I didn't want them to see a miserable mom. I didn't want them to see that motherhood was me sacrificing for them, me throwing myself on a cross for them. I wanted them to see that they too could be happy, and that motherhood could be happy. And I'm such a better mom now. And they're here in the studio, so hopefully they agree.
Did you notice that she said, I broke free?
That says everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I never heard that when I was growing up. Nobody broke free. That wasn't part of the dialogue. And for millions of women, you know, divorce is, you know, financially really difficult. They're in a really tough time. They don't feel like they're breaking free at all. What do you say to those women?
Well, I was really broke after my divorce. I was struggling to buy juice. I had to have my parents pitch in for Christmas presents. Yeah, it was really hard, but I remember thinking, you know what, I've been poor before, but I've never been free before. And And that was so exciting for me to like be able to do all these things. Like I did stand-up comedy in a basement in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You know, I was able to travel all over doing political reporting, and those were things that were so invaluable. So yes, and you know what? Statistics show that while a lot of women do have that like earn less post-divorce, there's a bump where they start to then earn more and more because of that freedom, because of that ability to, you know, go after their careers.
You know, one of the things that we talked about a little is how much easier it is to get married than it is to get divorced.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, in America, it's easier for a 16-year-old to get married than for a 46-year-old woman to get divorced. And I think that, like, we have this narrative as, like, divorce is the easy way out. It really isn't. It requires breaking down your life, breaking down these narratives, and rebuilding into something new. And it really is upsetting to people, you know, when they see you happy and free and single, and they're like, wait, are you going to get remarried? It's like, no, thank you. I like my free time.
Yeah, you like it like this. Wow,
gosh,
that's a really
Liz, interesting
book. Yeah, Liz, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank
we appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you, Maria. We adore you. You can find Liz's book, This American Ex-Wife, on today.com/books.